Hello everybody, my name is John from the Pantomime Horse Music Blog. Today I'm going to be reviewing and demoing this. This is the Durango Guitar Works Contender. It's a short scale guitar, meaning the distance from here to here is a little shorter than most regular guitars. It's a new company, Durango. They specialize in short scale guitars. This particular guitar is their only offering, so yeah, it's called the Contender. It has a alder body, 3-piece. It's a maple cap neck, meaning that there is the maple fingerboard is actually glued onto a maple neck. We have two Wilkinson Alnico pickups, very nice. Volume tone, 3-way. It's got a Strat style hardtail. Now, this guitar is also a little bit smaller than a regular guitar. In fact, here is Ibanez RG, just a regular one. If you notice, it's a lot smaller. Now, you might think that this is a child's guitar or a student guitar, and it does actually fit that mold pretty well. You know, I can't really avoid it, but it's actually a little more than that, as I'll explain in a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about scale length, because that's really the big selling point to this guitar. It's a reason for being. Most guitars, including the Ibanez I showed you, Fenders, any Fender style guitar traditionally has a 25.5-inch scale. Gibson guitars, Les Pauls, SGs, 24 3/4. This is 24. What that does is it puts the frets closer together, so it's actually a little easier to make the stretches. This guitar also, this has a very thick neck. I don't know if you can see that. It's a lot thicker than my regular Fenders, and obviously a hell of a lot thicker than the Ibanez Wizard necks. That, along with the short scale, the neck, and the 12-inch radius, feels a lot like a classic Gibson neck. Now, as far as who would want something like this, now, it definitely, as I said before, it does fit the beginner, child, kid's guitar really well, but it's really not its reason for being. This is basically just to give some people another option. Some people, for one reason or another, might be able to make the long stretches, and this is just another way to say, hey, I want to play on my guitar, and the Strat's too big, the Gibson's too big. When I got this guitar, the first thing I noticed when I took it out of the box was the quality. Now, this is a Chinese guitar, like a lot of guitars are these days, which had this price point. You pretty much what you get. Whatever factory made this did an excellent job. I looked over this thing trying to find a blemish, and I could not. I mean, it's a nice two-tone or three-tone sunburst. The finish is flawless. The hardware is really tough. I mean, this bridge is as good as any that you get from a Fender. What really impressed me the most, though, was the neck. A lot of times with cheaper Asian guitars, especially ones in these price range, the frets, the ends are kind of sharp. They're not really done very well. Maybe a lot of times they need a fret dress or something. But this was, out of the box, was just incredible. I can run my fingers down this with some pressure on it, and I don't feel anything. You know, it's great. Everything on this thing, the hardware is really good. The pickups are also a surprise too. They are Wilkinsons, probably made in Asia somewhere, I'm guessing, but they're Alnicos. They're not ceramic. They have a good tone. They're not the best for metal. I mean, they can do it. They're just not very happy about it. But for a classic tone, classic rock, for clean, even for country, they're great. And I don't know if it's the construction of the guitar or the pickups, but and as you'll hear in the tone examples, they also have a Strat feel, especially when you have them both on. It really sounds very Stratty. And now it's contoured differently than a Strat. I mean, most normal Strats you have your elbow or your forearm cut out, and you have a gut cut here. This is a slight carved top, and you can see that it's not flat. And the back has a contour that pretty much goes around the whole edge. A little deeper up here. I don't know if you're going to try to get it in the light. Apologize, not the best lighting. This is a built-in eyesight. But that's that. So, and it makes it not quite as comfy as a Strat. You still have a little bit of an edge, but it's still pretty comfy. Only negative about it, which is not that bad, but when you have it around your shoulder, there's a little bit of neck dive because the body is so small and so light. But not bad. I've played Gibsons that are a lot worse. Actually, a surprisingly good guitar. When I got it, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was just going to be a travel guitar or a kid's guitar, but it actually is a professional grade guitar, and it's not just for small people. Plan was to just get this, demo it, ship it back. But I played it and I liked it so much that I decided to keep it. I actually bought it off of him. So this is now my guitar. And I noticed that even with my Ibanez, and I have a Fender Strat, I pull this out more often than not because it's a great, straightforward, simple design, easy to play, fun to play, good quality, it sounds good. I mean, it's really not much more you can ask. I mean, especially for people, smaller scale is it takes a little bit of time, but not that much to get used to. But once you get used to it, it's like, wow, this feels great. Very slinky, very easy to play. It's a lot of fun. It sounds good, and play good. If it's something that you're interested in, I'll put a link for Durango below here, and you can check it out. You can buy them direct. They don't have them in too many stores yet, so that's one thing that I don't normally like to buy guitars that I don't play. But hopefully this gives you enough of an idea of what it's going to feel like, because I would not worry about the quality. It's not like you're not going to get a bad one of these. I mean, if the craftsmanship of this one is indicative of the whole line, you have nothing to worry about. So anyway, this has been John from the Pantomime Horse blog. The full review is also going to be linked below. If you like what you see, subscribe. And again, a little sick, but gave me a chance to do this. So take care, keep playing, have a good day.